let's talk about the range that we use in any type of confrontation to keep ourselves both safe and effective. When we were speaking with Hiran yesterday, he mentioned that there's 3 distances, right? What are the 3 distances? Just a guess.
Kicking, striking, and punching.
Okay, that's one idea, great. Kicking, striking, clinching, right? That's a Jeet Kune Do concept Bruce Lee talked about. The range being a very important part of understanding how to fight, right? The kicking range is the extent of the leg. The punching range is the extent of the arm, and anything closer than punching, where we can touch. As soon as we touch, we're grappling, right? So that's one example of 3 distances. What else? Really basic terminology. California is
Far.
far from here. Bethlehem is,
Close.
and if we're measuring the distance from Pennsylvania to California, Minnesota is
In the middle.
in the middle. So we have far, we have near, and we have middle, mid-range, right? Close, far, middle. Of the 3 in a fight, what is the safest? Far. Why? No fight. If I'm fighting Chris Al, and I'm here and he's there, I'm pretty good right now, because he can't punch, he can't kick, he can't grapple. With a weapon, of course, different story, right? We're talking about hand-to-hand confrontations, the kind of stuff we see more than anything else. What is the second safest?
Punching range?
Of the 3 distances, what are the 3 distances?
Kicking, striking, and grappling.
No. That's an example, and that was one of the answers we got, but the 3 distances that we're discussing are
Far, close, and
far, close, and
in the middle.
in the middle. Right. Close, far, middle. Close, middle, far. Far, close, middle. Right. However, but those are the 3. So farthest is the safest because there's no fight. What's the second safest?
Middle.
Why middle? Why do you say middle?
Because if you're close, it's easier to get hurt because you're close together. In the middle, there's more distance between you.
More distance in the middle, which means more distance for him to punch me, kick me, grapple me. But what if there's no room for him to punch me because I'm so close that he can't extend his arm the way he needs to? What if there's no room for him to kick because he's so close that he doesn't have the distance he needs to throw a leg, right? So the second safest is close. Middle is the most dangerous. If I'm far, I'm okay. If I'm close, maybe Yasin can punch me a little bit, but not in such a harmful way. But if I'm right here, boom. If I'm right here, kick, boom. So close is better than middle, because here's middle, and far is best of all. What does that tell you about fighting in general? Don't fight, yeah. Far means what? I'm distanced, literally, physically, mentally, psychologically, emotionally. I distanced myself from the confrontation because that's the point. Why fight? Why do you have to fight? You have to defend yourself, it's a different story. But fighting, sometimes the best defense is don't be there at all. Right? Go wash your hands because you're biting your nails. Go wash your hands. Okay? So, from this position here, the guard, let's talk about how to be safe in the guard. If I'm far, then I'm not in the guard in the first place, so that's struck out of the conversation. If I'm in the middle range, let me use Nathan here as an example. Right? If I'm in the middle range, if Nathan has me in his guard and I'm in the middle range, this is the point, isn't it, at which he can put the hand in the collar. This is the point, if he wants to punch me, he could because the fist reaches. Right? This is the point at which, if I give my arm, he can arm lock me. Right? If he wants to. Because the mid-range is so versatile for him and for me. So why stay there? Why stay there? Let's play with this idea of what it means to be close. We get very caught up many times in jiu-jitsu, especially because of the highly sportive influence that's there now, that as soon as we land in a position, we must immediately free ourselves from the position. Go, 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 escape, 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 pass, pass, pass. In a tournament where everything is being scored on points, that may be very true, because I'm going to get X number of points for passing the guard, X number of points for mounting, right? So I'm always trying to improve the position in a very aggressive way. But in a true confrontation, I would rather be calm and in control because of the confidence that I have in the technique, which gives me what? Gives me comfortability in the position that I'm in. So from this far, far away distance, there is no fight. And from this mid-distance, this is where the arm lock, the choke, the everything happens. So how about this idea of staying close and not worrying about passing right away? How about being comfortable just being in someone's guard? How can I do that? I just put my head down and I keep my elbows here against the rib cage. And see, my hands are still versatile enough. I can touch the bicep here if I need to, right? If they're going to punch me in the head, I can hold the bicep here like this. That's no problem. If they're going to try and put the hand on the collar, I can stop them from doing that with the bicep. But in order for them to do anything, they have to what? They have to get under the arms. The arms over like this block everything, just like the defense earlier. The hand was on the collar, I held the bicep. If he goes over my arm, no. But if he comes under my arm, yes. So my goal here, if I'm just landing in the guard itself, is keep the elbows against the rib cage and the head down one side or the other, doesn't matter, whatever's comfortable for you, and I have a nice base, and I make the person work, right? So let's play from here. Go ahead and just find an attack, right? Find an attack. And up, right? Pretty frustrating for the guy on the bottom. If you think back, play again in your memory the little scenario we just created for you. How much movement did he have, and how much movement did I have? Who had more? Nathan had much more. I can wait, and I can be calm and comfortable here. Keep the ribs surrounded by the arms, because that's the center line of the body. But as soon as my arm crosses here, now I have a problem. So let's stay on the outside. Let's play the perimeter and keep my neck safe by staying close. No need to rush and get posture and force the legs open and pass. Just be happy with what you are and where you are. Accept what you're doing at the moment, and when it's time to move to the next position, you'll know because the opponent will tell you by his movement. Right now, I'm safe, and when Nathan starts to move, I know that as he's trying to get under the arms, that's the time for me to be responsive by keeping the elbows tight. And not with strength, but just with closeness, right? That's all. Maybe see he gets a little too close, I push off. Okay, I hold the bicep, whatever. When he gives up out of frustration, or he sees that he has to do something else to move my position, that's when I sit up. Maybe out of frustration, he now takes the hand and comes over my arm, and he starts to push my face or something, right? Now he gives me that space. Great. Now I'm postured. Okay? So this is the idea we want to play with. One more time. Surround the rib cage and torso by covering it, arms on the side, head down, left or right, doesn't matter. And the hands are just ready to prevent him from putting the hand in the neck, right? And in order for him to move me at all, he's got to come under the arms, and he's got to maybe also take my arm and cross it over the body, right? So putting it down with the elbows down makes it hard for him to do that. And when he comes under the arms and finally starts to move me, I just change the distance to far, not middle, where I give him the neck and give him the arms. Far. Either far or close. Okay, try this out. Thank you.